Here we are, Kerio Valley in Kenya. Kerio Valley, 9 o'clock in the morning. Ridge sword along the way. Keep yourself nice and high, I think. The wings ahead of me are doing okay. There's about 10 people already taken off before me, so I should have some good markers. So I've caught up a bit. That's Ludek just ahead of me. I can see the rest of the pack down the ridge a little bit further. Off to the left, that's where the waterfall is. That little bump at the front marks where it is. I don't see anyone very far down there yet. Still early. Nearly at the waterfall, just ahead. A few people have passed it already. It's band seems to be fairly broad today, which is nice. Don't have to be right over the ridge. We got a bit more separation than we did yesterday as well, which is nice. I mean separation from the ridge, a bit more height. It's supposed to cause quite a lot of turbulence later on in the day, but apparently early on it's okay, and you can see why they're coming around that in the waterfall area. The water feeds it. Get over this hump. Slightly on the lee, so it gets a little bit bumpy. Nearly 20 kilometres into the task. Still tailing Ludek, who's overtaken me now, and the tandem has overtaken me. Don't quite know how that happened. I think it's something to do with the waterfall and the line I took there. Off the bar at the moment. It's catching up a little bit too much. Still hazy. I think we see the Kerio River. glider just went past. A rare sight indeed. Nearly at the end of the ridge, 35 kilometres in, 5 more to go. Quite a lot of people starting to turn back and coming the other way towards me. Fingers are starting to feel a bit numb on my left hand. Carpal tunnel finger, I think. So I'm off the toggles for a bit on the brakes. Feels like thermals are just about started. Okay, still going. Getting to the turnaround point now. Seeing quite a few people going back north. So yeah, good to kind of like complete this part of the trip at least. Everyone going back seems to be quite a lot lower than the guys that are heading south, so I'm not quite sure what that means. We'll see. Ludek's still there ahead of me. Thermals are starting to come through on a regular basis now. Not really turned in them too much, just kind of like use them to gain a little bit more altitude. It's on your game stuff, I've got to say. It's not kind of ridge soaring at Brighton. Have to be on it. Yeah, looks like someone's going across the valley over there. Quite sure where they go from there. Sinky, sinky, sinky. Yeah, looks like this is the end of the ridge for me. I'm not going to go across there, I'm going to turn around at the end. I think that's what the other guys are going to do. Let's see. It's 38.6 kilometres in, so nearly 40k. 40k back. I am halfway back to Iten after the end of the ridge turn. And still looking okay, clouds starting to form, thermals starting to work on the ridge a little bit, but I'm not using them. And I think I'm just approaching the waterfall turn, so to speak, I think. I'll see when I get around this corner. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see how people approach getting back across here. Last time I tried to go right across and ignore the ridge. Seemed a sensible thing to do. Let's see what other people do this time. Got a bit of a tailwind at the moment. 57k without bar. So normal speed about 42. So yeah, a bit of a tailwind. So that should help get across. Well, need to get some height with it as well. I would have thought this ridge would work if it's with me. Wind. Well, not much so far. The white glider seems to have a lifty line. heading north, about 20 kilometres from Iten. The valley still looking pretty plaggy, to be honest. The ridge is starting to get quite spicy at times. Yeah, there's some clouds obviously starting to form now as well. Quite a few people have been on the ridge, back down the ridge, and are heading back. At times the height's quite good, and sometimes, yeah, I'm getting a little bit low now maybe, but it's steady progress. The wind is switching around a little bit. I'm saying I've got a bit of a tailwind at the moment. I'm not sure it feels like that. I'm just ahead of Ludek, who I just managed to advise he's got something in his brake lines. So I think maybe he's trying to clear it, or he's cleared it. Nearly back at 8:10. First proper thermal of the day, I suppose. Nice to get off the ridge for a bit. I think that's probably it. Ludek's made the decision for me, so that's good. So back at A10, 10. Surprisingly few people in front of me. Just been past a group of guys going the other way, heading in the direction that I've just come from. At the moment, I've got, I don't know, wind which is just about on the hill, I think. Kerio view resort. Nifty. Thermals are definitely around. Bottom landing field. 1, 2, 3 wings down at bottom landing field. Some really chummy thermals, gotta say. It is 11:15. I've managed to penetrate past the point on the ridge that I had a strong headwind yesterday, and turned around back with Ludek, and heading a little bit further north. About 28 kilometres past Iten to the north. A couple of guys here with me. They seem to have been with me pretty much since I turned from the southerly point. Ludek's just behind me. There's a few wings off to the left. which is a little deep, I suppose. Maybe Ludek there again. Way, he's back, the guy. So yeah, there's some good company around, which is great. I'm not quite sure where the turnaround point is. I am following these guys to a degree. Not completely, but I've not flown this part before, so it's difficult to know, but that looks like a fairly clear route along these ridge lines. And maybe some inland options as well. I can see someone thermaling over there near the trees. Still going. 45 kilometres from I-10 now. Ludek is over there on the ridge. There's a few guys that I've been flying with up ahead. We've split up a little bit. I'm hoping that I can reconnect with that little group. Quite handy seeing the guys around you, find some climbs. There's some clouds I can see, which I'm hoping I can connect with as well. I mean, I've probably not got enough height at the moment, but those guys are probably marking a climb that connects with the cloud. Bladder is starting to be a bit of a thing. I didn't empty the bladder before I launched, so the cups of tea that I've had this morning I think are starting to catch up with me. Hoping I'm going to be okay. Yeah, so things are still okay. Kind of see the best of Kenya that I can from the air. Elephants and lions down there, they say. Lovely. Some nice clouds over there as well. It would be nice to traverse it. But at the moment, I am sticking to the prevailing route that everyone seems to fly, which is cloud encounter of the trip. Gone beyond where I got to yesterday and connected with a ridge that's just one back from the valley. Just extended the flight a little bit more, and it's quite nice around here, I've got to say. Look at that waterfall, beautiful. Around on the sides of the mountain for quite a long time. Didn't actually get to cloud base until I got to the end of the ridge. and it's now 22:02, so I'm starting to think about how long it's going to take me to get back. So I think I'm going to boot along here and then hightail it back. Someone up ahead there. Okay, onward bound. Birds, first birds I've seen for a long time. Heading home. I've got another 34k to go. I've got nearly 1,000 feet. The wind was quite strong, seems to be moderating a little bit, and it's now coming more onto the hill rather than straight from the back, which is nice. So there's not many people around. I guess other people have got back already. I'll be quite slow as usual. There's one guy I was flying with, the last thermal behind me. Not sure where he is. Maybe we'll be able to help each other out on the way back. Well, I'm just approaching U10. I've fallen back on the ridge a little bit. Kind of try and guarantee it. Still quite thermic. It's 3:30. It's probably another hour and a half of the day maybe. I've seen one guy, the guy that was climbing that thermal. That's it. Not see anyone else. How long is that? It might be nearly 8 hours. It's a long time in the air. 2 days off. Safari action on Thursday and Friday. So maybe lie in tomorrow. I think we're going late afternoon. These early starts are a killer. Alarm clock at 6:30. So you can get to the hill for like 8 o'clock. It's not much of a holiday. Okay, to get back to the launch point. Scattered all over the countryside. There's the bottom landing field. Wind sock doesn't look too bad. A few kids there. They're going to be disappointed because they haven't got anything for them. Everything went yesterday. Stickers, bouncy balls, the lot. There's nothing left. That's it. Job done. Windsock's blowing a bit there.